How's everybody doing? It's a Sunday stream. We're going to have some fun. We are going to do Necropolis. You know what? Actually, hold on. This guy, who runs these streams? On Friday, I wasn't feeling it, man. I wasn't feeling it. And shoot, you know, I already removed the names. I already got some incredibly generous donations. And man, I am flubbing all over the place and I'm doing it live. No better way to make mistakes than live. How y'all doing? I was going to put up the names of really generous donations. I know Adam was one of them. Thank you very much, Adam. And I'll go back and I'll watch the stream and I'll get those names up there because that stream was short. I wasn't in a good mood, folks. I don't know if that ever happens to you. It was Friday. Should be happy. Should be having fun. And I wasn't. I apologize for that. We are back. Sunday stream. I did. So those of you who were there and caught that, I was in such a not good mood. I used Vox against Necropolis Psycho Man, and I kept parrying him, which puts the tranquilizer on me. And I was actively wondering out loud, why isn't this working? What's going on? Something's wrong with my Vox. Well, it's a tranquilizer. That could be a problem. I went back in, and it was actually late last night. I finished off the fight. Vox was phenomenal for it. And I was like, well, while I'm here, I should Wong the Apocalypse. And of course, Wong handled it like a boss, like he is. And we're going to move on. I don't know how much we're going to do today. I don't know how far we're going to make it, but I want to get this stuff done. Mr. Omega Beast, what's up, dude? I got my coffee. This is my coffee mug. In case you can't see it. It's from the San Diego Zoo. I love it. I love lions. Simple as that sometimes. Aiden, what's up, man? How you doing? Bean, what's up? You actually get to stick around today. What's up, dude? I always love seeing you, man. Hope all is well. Arian, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? I always appreciate the support, Mr. Megabeast. Always do. Thank you very much. Good luck in your run. You finished yesterday. Had fun with Hulkbuster. Oh, dude, I didn't have it in me. I wanted to do it with Hulkbuster, but I was like, no, I got my Wong. He's only rank 2, but man, he's glorious. What's up, Mr. V? And just as an update, as I've been talking about it on my channel a lot lately, I still enjoy Battlegrounds. I'm not going to stop playing Battlegrounds. The alliance I'm in is literally called the Battlegrounds Bullying Squad. Oh, it looks like I fell to Mysterium 2 last night. I was barely in Mysterium 1. And I was joking around with my Discord server. I was like, this is where often I'm like, I'm so close to Celestial. We just play a little bit more. And sometimes I end up Celestial. Sometimes I'm like, what am I doing? I have videos to make. I have other things to do with my life. Stop it. And I end up where I end up. And I'm always like, I'm always happier when I do that. I'm going to fight every single temptation I have to try to push higher. We all know how this goes, right? Even the best Battlegrounds players in the world will go on losing streaks. And like, I'm not the best Battlegrounds player in the world. I know a lot of you thought that. I know, but I'm not. So I'm just going to, and if I end up in Arcane, I end up in Arcane. It's just, it is what it is. But I did want to show you, all kind of helps keep me honest too on this stuff. Adam Sexton, what's up, dude? Thanks for being here. It's cool to have you in the members chat. I saw you already chatting away. It is a little interesting how many Adams are there. I don't think of that as being an overly common name. What's up, hey? Aiden, you're excited for Armanzola? Actually hoping for a attack from the Epoch. Really interesting. It's not epic and it's not epoch. It's epoch. You got to really like pronounce it weird. I don't like it, to be honest. I don't like what it stands for. I don't like where it came from. I don't like it at all. Adam, what's up, dude? Haven't caught a stream in ages. Yeah, I know, man. Turns out if you go live at 8:45 on a Sunday morning. All right. I got to do this. What's up, Rup? I have a question for everyone. And I have no interest in talking about power back boost. I did a video on it. You guys can hear all my thoughts right there. It's a really awesome video. But my question is, where the hell do I go to buy boosts? Like, I actually spent a little bit of time. I got this 20% one from the Sigil store. The 10% I've been getting from those crystals that, like, I don't even remember the names of all the stuff anymore. There's just so much stuff. Murat, the Alliance section. Thank you. I'm going to check that out. Because you know, and I'm not making fun of you, Murat, I'm making fun of the game. You would think if you're looking to buy boosts and it has a little boost with a 15% champion boost on it, one would think that's where you would go to buy boosts, particularly ones that are green and have the 15% number on it. But that would be incorrect. That would be incorrect. Because you want to do some yoga? You want to namaste? You're good. This is where you buy that. Let's say, no, okay, that joke's not appropriate. It's early in the morning. That's more of a Vega at night joke. Let's move on. But again, you would think this is where that sort of boost would be. Let's go to the Alliance section. This is where you buy things with your glory. My Alliance doesn't really do AQ, we just do raids, so I have to be really careful with my glory these days. All right, now this is where you spend your loyalty. Yeah, and I could buy it with loyalty, but I have the crystals for that, the 10%er. Yeah, no, I appreciate the shout out, buddy, but it looks like that's not, I guess you just don't buy boost anymore. Complete EQ offer for 30%. Yeah, I think you're right, dude. I ain't doing that. What's up, Jeff? Mr. Mega Beast, Web Store Weekly Crystal is where I got my big boost. Web Store Weekly Crystal. Oh yeah, I don't claim those anymore. Those I just had to solo. All right, what's up, Safe Austin? All right, we got one quick question, then we'll jump into this. How many revives spent till now? Honestly, dude, I don't know. Probably like around on this run, because Wong's been so good. I was mindlessly playing on Friday. I shouldn't have even streamed. I just, you know, I've been going with the Friday streams. I told you I'd do it. I do enjoy it, and I wanted to keep. I was like, I have to do this. Like, I have to do Friday, but I probably shouldn't have. And so I don't know. I know I spent one on Wiccan, I think. No, Wong came in and saved me there. And then we went on to Psycho, where I probably wasted like one or two, just being a numbnuts. And then I was doing the Apocalypse pretty late at night, and something happened. I don't remember if one of my kids came out or my wife. Something happened, and I got distracted, and I did die to Apocalypse, which sucked, because yeah, it wasn't necessary, but it happened. So I don't know, probably somewhere in the range of like 5 to 10. That seems overly high though, because the run's been pretty good. The run's been really good. The question was, I have R1 Vox and R2 Hulkbuster. Which one would be better for Psycho Man? So, I don't have experience with Hulkbuster against Psycho Man. Vox was really good. I don't think an R1's not soloing. And I think it's really important that, like, I think solos are cool to talk about. And like, I did the mutant video, the mutant run video, and I might do videos on my other runs just because I do think there's little things that I picked up along the way that I haven't seen in other videos. So be like, hey, this could be really helpful to you. There's really good videos out there. They didn't mention this one or two like gameplay things or whatever. Like even the Apocalypse run last night. In fact, Mr. Megabeast, I realized what it was. It's this ability here with Wong, and why when I let Apocalypse dash at me, why it was so good. It's one of his spells. It's the blue spell. And you probably knew this, Mr. Megabeast, but like I didn't explain it well in the chat last night. I have a members chat for people who have a certain level of YouTube membership, for people who are like, what the hell is this guy talking about? So it's this part here with the blue. It's also whenever the opponent gains a buff, Wong will go unstoppable. Well, you know, Apocalypse, what I did is I was like, I've noticed if I let him dash, everything's fine. But if I'm up close to him, he's got that chance to stun me into the block, right? So I just stayed away from him. Or I did that, I would then go unstoppable, so everything was fine. Or I would just push him over a bar of power. Apocalypse would throw his special, go in, heavy into SB2 and punish with Wong. It's really, really nice. And like, that might be mentioned in a video I haven't seen, But it's the sort of thing where I'm like, I should put those out. The problem is those videos perform so bad, like so horribly bad compared to my normal videos. So it's a bit of a catch-22. But I do really want to be helpful, so I don't know. Maybe I'll do them. You guys tell me if I should do it or not. Vega, question, will there be a promo code? Not today, Brian. Not today. But you could hang out with me. And if you want to buy a t-shirt, there is a promo code Vega583. The link for that sale will be live momentarily. Just wait. Was that a good announcer salesman voice? I thought I did well. I even had a cute little look on my face. It's a little early in the morning, so who knows? What's up, Justin? How you doing, buddy? Good morning. Yeah, see, Mr. Vega Beast knows what I'm talking about. We got multiple Jasons we're saying hello to this morning. What's up, O's fan? Let's play this game. Let's play this game. As you can tell, it's early. It's early. I've not played any. I almost said World of Warcraft. This could get ugly, folks. This could get ugly. I almost said I haven't played any World of Warcraft this morning, which is actually true. That would be accurate. That would be a factual and true statement. But it's completely irrelevant. There's a lot of things I haven't done today that have nothing to do with the stream. All right, let's look at this node. While Tigra's primal sense is active, whenever she strikes the attacker or their block, she inflicts a rupture. That's not very nice of her. While Tiger's hunter's sense is active, the attacker's light attacks have a 50% chance to miss. I'm trying to even remember who I did this with when I went through originally. I'm pretty positive I did this lane with Wong. I would have maybe brought in Kate Bishop. I would have maybe brought in Shuri. So maybe I Kated this. Is that what most people did? Did you Kate this? I feel like this is a Chee fight. We're going to go Chee and do SP2s. And I think that's what a Mega Beast was saying last night too, if I remember correctly now. Whenever the defender dashes forward, they gain an indestructible buff for 2 seconds. I'm really tempted to see if Wong can do this, but I think Chee is the call. All right, let's boost up. You haven't played WoW in a decade, have you? Yeah, I haven't. I have. It's probably around a decade. I stopped raiding around the time my oldest was born. I like vividly recall still trying to like casually raid, and she was, you know, in her first couple months of life, and like it's late at night and I was trying to give my wife a break, and it was late at night and I'm sitting at my computer and I'm like, I've got her in one arm, if you guys can kind of see it, and I'm trying to do everything with just one hand, and I was like, what the hell am I doing, dude? Like, I'm a new dad. This is the most important thing I'll ever do in my life, I think, or what up there, at least up until that moment it was. And I didn't like uninstall the game. I wasn't like an addict where I was like, throw them all away, get rid of it, you devil. But I was like, I recall kind of like leaving the alliance I was in, or I don't remember exactly what my state of the game was, but I was like, I'm done. And I don't think I've logged in once or twice, and then I went to set up my UI, and I was like, yeah, I ain't got time for this. And then I played MCoC. I believe we were just joined by a brilliant person. How you doing, man?
I'm great. How are you, man?
Good. Did you enjoy my my daughter just born plus World of Warcraft life story?
Yeah, that was a very mature, correct decision. I mean,
yeah,
if I were in that situation, I would do the exact same thing.
Yeah, it was one of those, because like, again, we'll eventually play the game. We're doing this more traditional style too. We're not doing the new style where I collect questions, then we have like a dedicated Q&A. We're just gonna have fun today. What the hell was I saying, man? It's 8:30 in the morning, by the way, for me, on a Sunday, or it's 8:50. You're like, what time zone are you in? Or it's 8:30. Dude, I don't even remember what the relevance was. Hey, so I badly want to use Wong, but this feels like it should be Cheel, right? Against Tigra, just SP2, get the Tranquilize up and go.
I wouldn't even worry about special 2. I would Cheel special 1 here. That's what I did.
And then just never, wasn't it the medium will miss?
Yeah, the lights miss. with the blue sense. So if you just heavy counter her special 1 and only use your special 1, it's pretty straightforward with shield. You just heavy, special 1, heavy, special 1, just never light attack. I mean, the tranquilize, theoretically, like in a vacuum, it makes sense because it counters a lot of what's going on here, but you don't really need it because the way you can play shield, you just heavy attack.
Yep.
You know, heavy spam against the wall, special 1 from a heavy. You just counter her special 1, and that's sort of the end of it.
So
and a rank 3 shield is going to melt this.
I'm glad you're here for a variety of reasons, but the most timely one is that you reminded me that it was light attacks, not mediums. I literally just did a video on shield, and one of the biggest themes was her loop is so, let's call it fluid or flexible, where like if the node says you need to knock them down, you can knock them down. If you can't knock them down, you don't have to knock them down. If you need to throw lights, it's okay. If you need to throw me, like I just went over and showed all these fights. So what a great example of this. This is cool. All right, let's go. We're finally playing the game. Thanks for being our stat. What's up, bud?
She's going to start with the senses, so you can't use your light attacks now because she has the blue sense up. So once you push her over that first bar of power and you get to countering the special and the heavy, you'll be fine. You get into a nice rhythm.
How you doing this Sunday morning, man?
I'm great, man. Just finished up a stream, editing some content for the next couple of days. I'm a very busy man nowadays.
Yeah?
Way more busy than I was last year, which is good.
You on the grind of school or what, bud?
Grind of school, grind of other things.
All right.
Yeah. It's a good time. It's a good time.
You're not building a website, are you?
No, I already went through that phase of trying to be an affiliate marketer.
Yeah.
Not really time management. It's kind of difficult to do that with being in school and all that.
You know, can you guys tell me, are game sounds a little loud?
Yeah, they're a little loud for me, so I would think they're loud for the people at home as well.
Yeah, they feel really loud. Why is that? I love when like I change nothing, but somehow things change. Are you Wonging all the? I'm trying, Normax. How you doing, buddy? The guy that taught us all that Wong could do this. Why game sound so loud? Or people aren't saying they're loud for them. It's just you and me, dude.
I don't know, man.
Feels fine. Is it annoyingly loud to you, MSD, or is it like
no? It's totally manageable.
Okay, let's just leave it then, so I don't spend the next 30 minutes staring at the screen. They are really loud.
Could be the in-game volume tuned up too high.
Be adjusted just by the, like if I change that on my phone, on my regular playing phone, would that affect the streaming phone? Is it on the game setting? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it would. It would make sense if it would, but you don't have to worry about it too much right now. Just kind of focus up.
Yeah.
And before I sort of let you focus here, special 3 for the nice vicious passive would be a good idea in this fight.
Oh Jesus, yeah, thanks, dude. Which one of her senses was it that will cause me to miss?
Blue one.
Okay. You know, one of the biggest differences that I'm like, I know this is going to sound ridiculous to you, but I am trying really hard to focus more on content, just in general, like nothing crazy, but like for my channel and also just enjoyment of the game itself. Still taking Battleground seriously, but not to the point, like kind of like moving to your alliance where the minimum is the minimum, and the alliance where I was in where it was 550,000, I believe.
Yeah, which is double what what we require.
Yeah, and so yeah, whatever. Oh shoot, I messed up.
It's all good.
I want to talk to you, but talking and doing this at the same time, not where I'm at right now.
Yeah, no worries, man. I totally get it. Kids call this locking in.
Yeah, let's do it. Sit up straight. This is where I actually got to play chill more. Like, don't be scared to be aggressive. I keep getting myself cornered because of my own gameplay. This is better. Take up space. Oh, and I keep forgetting to use my striker. That's the other thing. Whatever. Actually got me on that one. You know, that's my own fault. I'm happy with that for a warm-up run now. What I was saying is I've been taking like content more seriously, and I'm doing it one for to make the game more fun, but also I think it'll help me with like advice on the channel and things like that. Like I've always relied so much on the Illuminati and like their experience, right? Not everyone's playing tier 1 anymore or what have you. And I was like, well, if I just really focus in on Battlegrounds, then I always have someone ranked up for content and vice versa, whatever. And so as I'm going through, and I think there was logic to that. Like I meant it, and I thought it worked. But as I always say, like when I do those top 10s in December, I learn a lot from them, from comments, and like I actually rewatched the videos multiple times. Like, hey, did that come out how I meant it, or like why are people misunderstanding it? And I was like, okay, I'm going back to content. I'm doing this. It'll be fun, and I'm having a blast. Like Chee is now, in my opinion, I always thought she was great, but now I'm like, I don't know, guys. I think if Battlegrounds isn't your thing, I think Chee is probably the best skill champion. You know, in the fun sense of best, right? Like we're sitting around talking sort of thing. Or if Battlegrounds is your thing, I think it's probably Crossbones. But being able to do that and experience that. The other thing that's happened is, I think you've reminded me sometimes when you're like on call, like when we're doing like EOP or whatever, you'd be like, hey, remember the stun's a little bit longer, or you have time to do this or whatever. And there's all those little things that I have consistently not taken advantage of, because in war, you can't do that. Like, you know, if you try to parry medium or light into like a heavy or something like that, you're going to die, right? But in a lot of questing content, you can get away with those. Not get away. That's the wrong phrase. That's how I used to see it. That's something you could take advantage of because they don't have
utilize
limber.
it.
Yeah, utilize it. Good. Yeah. That's much better. Shang-Chi giving the side eye. So Hasama, here's the really wild part is hopefully you've seen like my love of Professor X. I finally awakened him. MSD. Oh yeah. And I did the video.
I know that, champ.
Yeah. You're familiar with that guy. Like, dude, I was on him when Apocalypse came in, and then yourself and others came in and were like, Vega, what you're doing's good, but here's a lot better. And you guys took him to like these crazy levels, and I wasn't able to use him in war because I just wasn't that good. It wouldn't have made sense to assign him to me in war. And now I've got him though as an Awakened 7-star. I cannot wait to rank him up. And the point of the story, the way it relates to Sama, is that at that time of my channel, you know how we, like in the back of our minds, we're always thinking about a thing with MCoC. Is I don't think it was first ranked 3 6-stars. It was between Shang and Professor X. And I can't wait to dive back into Shang-Chi. I love Shang-Chi. And here's Jay Will, like a fellow Shang-Chi lover and enthusiast. I would not be surprised if you start hearing me talk wildly high about Shang-Chi again too. The Illuminati does, you know, like they're doing what they're supposed to do, balance it out. But anyways, yeah. So all right, let's go.
I love Shang-Chi. He's great. I was on his hype train when he initially came out, and I think what kind of lessened it for me was not because I valued him less, it's because I never got him at a level where I could utilize him.
Yeah.
Until way later. So I was missing out on a substantial amount of Shang-Chi play for like a good year and a bit, and then by the time I was able to get him at whatever level was necessary at the time, I had sort of surpassed the need for him in a lot of situations. Yep. Although that doesn't necessarily make him useless, you know, he's still good and will always be good. But for instances where I may have needed him in the past and didn't have him, that's when it would have counted to own him. And I didn't.
I couldn't because of I had him. I am the opposite end of it, in particular to him. But I know what you mean in regard to champions in general and this game. And no, I gotta learn to stop doing that, man. She's a quick gal. I think too, like, I can't point to a lot of specific examples, so I'm not confident in it enough to say I'm 100% sure. But I do think something else is going on in the game right now, where like it's grown enough. The 7-star pool has grown enough. And they're starting to put out some of like, I'm calling them classic defenders. You know, someone like you and me who played this game so long, I don't know who you would consider that anymore. But I do think they're coming into the game, and champions like the Overseer have never stopped being good. I do think they are back to being extremely meta relevant. Let's call it that.
Yeah. When I think of classic defenders, the first one that comes to mind is Korg.
Yeah.
That's like, he's a tried and true staple. You can play around him perfectly, but if he's not willing to cooperate, you are sort of at the mercy of whatever he wants to do. That's my definition of a classic defender, where everything is counterable to a certain extent. You can play around it, but, you know, the variation of the AI and all that, and certain nodes and situations will either make the fight significantly more difficult or make it significantly easier. So that's like the prime example of a classic defender. I also think a champion like I was just scrolling by. I think Killmonger's another one.
Yeah.
He's, again, super easy to counter. Like, there is an answer. It's a multiple choice question, and the answer is there. But without having that answer, he becomes a lot more difficult. And while there are still answers around him, you know, NTW basically shuts him off entirely, and other characters just completely either turn off or negate his abilities. He's still another one of those champs that, you know, depending on the node, depending on the situation, if you can't bring your #1 counter, there's a problem. I mean, he's gonna cause you some serious pain. So, ironically, those are two skill champions that I believe both came out in 2018, which is pretty funny.
And you know, I think because of Battlegrounds and because of the 7-star, they were both in the base pool, right?
Yeah, they were both in the base pool.
I think they never fully lost like our consciousness or like a place in there where like I think Thing is I mean it, or like I've awakened mine. If I was still Battlegrounds like solely focused, I'd be ranking him up.
Sure.
Or Man Thing, right? Like a rank 3 Man Thing causes problems in a battle.
Oh yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. I also think Man Thing is kind of an underrated attacker. He's got some really consistent utility, but that's not the point of the discussion. Just wanted to throw that out there. I'm a Man Thing fan.
Yeah, B. I know we both thought of B right away, right?
Yeah.
And some pretty good synergies, right? I think Cosmic Ghost Rider is one that like helps him with his agitation, maybe.
Yeah. He's just sort of Man Thing is a well-aged character.
Yeah.
He's not the greatest, but everything in his kit comes together nicely. It's not perfect, but it comes together pretty well, and he's a good defender. He'll always be a good defender. But on attack, you know, he's something to watch out for sometimes. He can do some pretty good damage.
He ain't bad. That's kind of how I feel about Havoc, but I do think Havoc is in general more valuable.
Yeah. Havoc has never really lost his value. Sort of the same way we talked about Killmonger and Korg.
Yep.
Being one of the first 7 stars in the Titan Crystal, I think. I'm not sure if he was in the first batch or one of the first batches, but I'm pretty sure he was in the Titan pool with Penny Parker. At least I think that's the pool he was in. It's been a while since I've looked at the Titan calendar, but yeah, Havoc's great, and he'll always be useful in, you know, just like Korg, just like Killmonger. There's an answer, but sometimes, you know, there's too many problems.
I've messed up the wake up intercept or the wake up heavy with this so many times. I've just decided it's not worth it. Like right there, I know you could go for it. Do you wake up intercept Tigra?
Yes.
Is there
just depends on the champion.
Is there okay? So it's champion offensive use relevant.
Yeah, she also gets up pretty fast, so it's very dependent on that medium dash.
I feel like this run's going well enough. I'm on track to get it down. If I mistime it, she'll destroy me, so why mess with it? I've messed it up like 3 or 4 times. I got lucky on my first run where she didn't punish me a couple times. Oh. Okay, look at those cleanse charges coming in.
Yeah, and that SIG is also helping. The physical damage we're feeling from it.
That's right, dude.
Pretty insane that Shield came out and she had unbelievable heavy reach, and then the next month Onslaught comes out with even crazier heavy reach. Just what a back-to-back month.
That was the first time I had it in me to push her to special 2. It was actually kind of an accident. That would speed this fight up significantly. I imagine that's what you did. You weren't concerned with what special you were baiting.
Yeah, it wasn't a concern for me, but
yeah.
Special 1 is the best because it takes the least amount of time to counter.
I'm running out of charges too. This is gonna get close.
You should be good.
No. Drama for the channel. Drama for the channel.
Right.
You never know.
God, what's gonna happen?
What's gonna happen? If we don't,
I'm shaking in my boots.
If we don't get this down, we won't be able. Oh no, wait. There's revives in the store. We can always get more. Okay. I do actually want to get this down now. all jokes aside.
There we go.
Nice. Man, these fights just take so long, dude. you guys like, it's funny for me to say it, but it's true. Like, this is where I want to continue to go. Like, I want to stream these things, you know? But it's a thing, man. You build up to this. Like, you've really earned that skill, right?
It's endurance, man. It takes a long time to do these fights, and they're not inherently easy. It's kind of the whole idea, and I think we're gonna see that with Epoch in the next, what is it, 10 days, 9 days? I'm not counting or anything. I'm not like looking at it on my calendar with a circle around it.
Dude, I love it. Like, I'm positive that it's on your ceiling, like in like the lighting that shows up in the dark, where you're like,
yeah,
you've got the map. I'm looking forward to that. My intention is to actually stream it too. Probably not day one, but soon in. Like, I want to help discover stuff and like notice things. Like, I was talking earlier that like, even on like the mutant run I did put out the video because there's a lot of great guides. And in mine, I shout out, I'm like, I watched MSD's, it's phenomenal. And in every guide, like, no one can mention every little thing, right?
Right.
And I do feel like there's little things that you like, kind of like, oh, okay, here's this little nugget of information that can be helpful, right? Because like, I have a lot of the guides I watch, like, I'm happy to say them. When you make one, I'll watch it. And then of course, Noob and Sim, right? Or like I'm bad at it, you know? And even then, like, you go and do the fight yourself, and there's gonna be little things that maybe you would have explained differently, or your experience was slightly different than theirs, even though their guides were comprehensive and awesome.
It's all nuance.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I mean, we can give you the broad strokes, but actually going in there and doing it yourself is going to be totally different. You know, my interpretation and explanation is going to be different from Noob, different from Sim, different from anybody else, like yourself who makes a guide, anyone who makes a guide, anyone who, what's the word? Details their experience and puts it in a public platform. It's all going to vary because everyone's going to go through it in a different way. Everyone plays in a different way. So the broad strokes are great. And, you know, when you can add detail, it's amazing. It's even better because you can get more specific and you can kind of delve into the nuance. But at the end of the day, it's all going to be what happens when said person goes into whatever content or whatever challenge it is. How they handle it is how they're going to handle it. You know, they can garner all of the insight from people on the outside, but when they actually go and do it, you know, that it's a different situation. It's a different story.
Absolutely. I'm going to take a second because I was focused on fights for so long there. A lot of people showing up. What's up, Ice? William, how you doing, dude? Great to see you here, buddy. I know it's early for you too, based on where you live. Outline, how you doing, man? So hi, what's up, dude? Thanks for being here, bud. Love to see Chee. I love playing Chee, man. I love it. Mikey, dude, it's been forever since you've been able to drop by. How you doing, man? Just drop by. Hopefully you're still listening, buddy. Great to see you, dude. Mikey's been like a long time supporter, just a really busy guy and not often able to stop by streams, especially given that I stream about once a week. So he took the thing to Sig 200. I got plans for my 6 zones and I'm about to obviously come into a lot of them. I don't think it's going to be Thing, but down the road, I could see me doing it. I actually like playing Thing, to be honest. It's been a long time though since I have, so I kind of want to see how he's holding up. Joey, what's up, dude? Outline, how you? Hey, there's B. Speaking of B, we were saying nice things about you earlier, B.
One of us was.
Yeah, dude, come hang out. Jump on call, dude. That'd be perfect. Because three's about. I found any more than 3, and it's like it gets a little. I'm not sure what the right term was. A little
hard to manage.
Yeah, hard to manage, and I think self-indulgence, and not in a bad way. I don't think it's intentional. But notice that, especially if it's like 3 friends, like all of a sudden you're like, oh, dude, you remember when like Jan like took that fight on 32? Oh, it was crazy. Oh my God, yeah, and then that was wild. And then you're like, dude, viewers have no idea what you're talking about. Like literally no clue. And it's fun, but it's not exactly helpful to anybody. All right. Hercules, this guy. All right.
Least favorite fight in here is this guy.
Really? So, dude, this just shows how little attention I paid to Necropolis on my first time in. I don't even remember this. Phase 1, fight start. When the attacker finishes special attack, the defender begins to receive all incoming damage by 30%. Max, one of those protection passes is removed. Okay, so we have to heavy him.
Would you like the abridged explanation to this fight?
I'd love the abridged explanation.
Okay, so he's annoying, first and foremost. Just be prepared to be sort of frustrated, because I got frustrated. Because this is just a silly fight. Not really... I don't want to say it's poorly designed, but I don't like the design of it very much. So that's the way I'll phrase it.
Fair.
This fight, there's a lot of protection, there's a lot of damage mitigation, and the way around it is you have to do certain actions. So in phase 1, I believe, after he throws a special, he gains a protection stack. So you need to do one of 3 actions to remove it. You need to knock him down when he's not stunned, which is going to be all of the time because he's going to be stun immune. Okay. You need to intercept him, or you need to interrupt his heavy attack. Okay. So those are the 3 actions that remove the protection. What makes this fight difficult is that in the final phase, you can't do the same action twice in a row to remove protection. So, like, for instance, let's say he has 2 protection stacks, and you knock him down, right? So that's one of the 3 actions you can do. Knock him down, intercept him, or interrupt his heavy. Okay. You can't knock him down again to remove the remaining protection. You have to do one of the other 2 actions. Yeah. So, as long as you remember the 3 actions, knock him down, intercept him, or interrupt his heavy, those are the 3 things that remove protection. That's like the main crux of this fight, and then once you get into the final phase, it just gets sort of tedious, and you have to remember what you have and haven't done, and it can get kind of annoying. So, like, the first initial part of this fight isn't that bad.
Knockdown, intercept, interrupt his heavy. And I'm trying to remember his heavy animation. I'm sure it'll come to me as soon as I start fighting him. Interrupt his heavy, they count that as like animations, right? You can kind of essentially punish his heavy to count that.
Yeah.
Dude, we got Moon Knight in the chat. That's about as cool as it gets. What's up, dude? Thanks for being here. Fight sucks. I honestly, Normax is probably gone. I was like really just over Necropolis. Like, I remember it was a particularly busy time for me with work and all that. And I was like, I'm just annoyed and done. And I had done a few lanes with Kate and whatever. And then an MCoC savior, dude. Normax starts putting out those Wong videos. And then he actually did a how to use Wong in Necropolis video. Yeah. And I watched it a few times. And then I just went in and had so much fun. And so I have a feeling I was just enjoying Wong on this fight. And I probably heard that it was so bad that I was like, it's fine. Your dimensional beings guide, or I don't remember if you put that in with your other one or if you did a separate one.
That was a separate one. Okay,
yeah, and the way you talked about it in the beginning, I was like, oh Jesus, this is going to be really bad. And so when I was done, I was like, it wasn't bad. Like, I actually thought I got better at it. Like, it was one of those things where, by the end of the run, I was like, I'm kind of used to the reverse controls now. And you did talk in the video. Literally, you said that in the video, right? You're like, look, this is a thing. It's like, I don't remember your exact wording, so I'm not looking to put words in your mouth. But what I interpreted was, if you think about this as an opportunity to practice reverse controls, you're going to get better at it. Yes. And so I went in and I legitimately had a blast. Like, it was fun.
Good. I'm glad. I mean, the general consensus has been, wow, this was really hard, but it was pretty fair. And that was the whole idea. I was advised by the people I spoke to, Crash, John, and other people on the CapSam team when I was in the process of talking to them about this, to try and make it so if I can't do it itemless, that's sort of the goal. It's that's what we're striving for. That was also a personal goal of mine, so I'm glad the sentiment was shared. I wanted to make something that is kind of reflective of old school content where revives are necessary, but they're not necessary to the point of the 4-star lap and the Star-Lord shenanigans, And when you look at all the other runs for Necropolis and you see that, 4 out of 5 of them, not counting mine, are on the relatively easy side, and then you have one really hard one, that's just a nice balance, in my opinion. And you don't necessarily need every challenge to be easy and to be done in either 0 revives or itemless. I think as I've grown as a player, looking at it from the perspective of like, how are they going to make some sort of financial gain from this? If everything is easy enough to do in that format, hard content will not exist anymore. So you can't have just the easiest content ever, every single time in perpetuity. It just sort of makes for a easy, non-engaging, non-really fun game, in my opinion. And that's from my growth as a player over the last 10 years.
Everything you said made a lot of sense, and dude, normally I would fully respond to you.
You're locked in, don't worry,
Yeah.
I get it.
And Wong is one of those champions, for me anyways, where if you get it set up, you're good. But you gotta get the setup. Am I gonna end up with problems because I'm not focusing on the protection stacks at all? Or will I be able to just systematically get them down later?
You can just remove them once you ramp up. You don't have to worry about getting them down right now.
Cool.
Mr. B. McG, are you there?
I was just waiting until I had an opportunity to pop in.
Okay, just making sure.
What up, dude?
Thought your mic was muted for a second. What's up, bud?
Not much. You know, just chilling on this Sunday.
Good, man. It's good to hear your voice. It's been too long.
Oh yeah, of course. Good to talk to both of you guys.
What
Looks
were-
like you got set up nicely though, Vega.
Thanks. Yeah, I've become really comfortable using Wong. What were the other intercept, right? Knockdown.
So
and...
it's intercept, knockdown with a heavy attack, or interrupt his heavy with anything but a heavy attack. So medium, light, special.
Oh, so you have to actually knock down with a heavy.
Yeah.
Ew.
That's what makes it sort of tough, because
Yeah.
you think you just want to heavy counter his heavy, but then you don't remove any protection, because the knockdown has to be with a heavy, but the heavy interrupt can't be a heavy attack.
Yeah. So this is just going to require well, one, it's going to require looking at the screen. I should probably look at the screen. But this is also going to, let me think about this.
When I was doing this, I always found it best to like call out the last thing I did. So it's like, oh, I just intercepted, now I need a heavy. Or
Yeah.
something like that.
Did you guys use Wong for this?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's like by far my favorite Necropolis champion. He's phenomenal.
Oh, dude, he's finally got a place to like be on the runway.
Yeah.
This would be like if you had a Porsche and having to drive it in a school zone, and then you finally get to take it on like the Autobahn or whatever, you know?
Exactly.
Okay, I probably shouldn't have thrown that special one. That's pretty nice. Did you guys see that?
I was slick.
I was pretty happy with myself for that one.
Mm-hmm.
That unstoppable does last long enough for you to utilize it to punish with a heavy, and then if Herc will attack, you can use it to intercept too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm watching on YouTube, so I'm a little bit delayed, but I just wanted to have the chat open.
Yeah, appreciate it. Uh-oh. Oh, but Wonger saved me. I love this guy, dude.
He kind of fits that, like, Beta Ray Bill, North Star kind of feel that I like out of a champion. It's just he doesn't have, like, an insane amount of, like, meta-relevant utility.
No.
He's just an absolute beast when it comes to this kind of stuff, which is always fun to pull off.
Wait, what am I? What am I doing wrong now? I'm doing something wrong.
So now he's gaining the protection every time you knock him down, and also every time he uses his special. So it's been amped up to where he's gaining basically 2 now every time he gains it. So,
but we're
you
not
can still remove them one in a row though. So you can still like intercept, and that should be fine.
Okay, so so it's the last phase where I have to be conscious of the order in a way.
Correct.
Okay. That makes sense. So basically, I'm trying to figure out like how I'm going to tell myself this while playing. Is essentially what I'm going to do is not worry if he's often got 1 stack of protection up. Okay, cool.
I noticed you don't have the special 3 skip.
No, I like my special 3s. Just kidding. You know what it is I think when that first came out, I better stop talking. That was not nothing. Shoot, I'm gonna lose my ramp.
Justin, you cannot put Odin's pre-fights on himself. Awesome special 2 decks.
Thank you. Herc did so much damage in the last one, dude. I was like genuinely getting a little worried about it.
Yeah.
Running. No, shoot. I see why you guys were saying this is frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah, normally, like, Wong could solo most fights super easily, and this is the one where it's just like, if you get this one down in a couple of revives, you're doing pretty good.
I need to, oh wait, I forgot the special 3 refreshes your spells.
Yeah.
Now we cooking. I'm remembering the fight now. Let's go, come on.
Nice intercept.
Nah, that's not good. Damn it. I went for it because I felt like I needed to.
Still a really solid run.
I actually thought I had that intercept, but I'm not sure on that one. I'm not going to complain on that intercept. I was trying to intercept and then go into SB2. On the SB3 skip, I think when that became a thing we could do, there was a bug, if my recollection, where at least some champions, you ended up on the wrong place on the map. Does that sound right to you guys?
Yeah, that's been long fixed though.
Really? And it's consistent, like every.
Yes, that has been long fixed. That was like a initial special 3 skip bug.
Maybe I will go back to it because it is a little. I mean, I rarely throw special 3s, but I mean, we all do, and it is nice to kind of skip them sometimes. I'm trying to figure out. I feel like there's a loop to this that wasn't coming naturally. I didn't discover it. I'll just go one more time, see if I kind of discover it via playing. But one of the issues is Wong's special heal back. Yeah, see, he regenerates 2% of the damage dealt. If Herc has 3 protection stacks up, you're not going to heal for anything.
Right.
All right, I'm probably overthinking it because I'm sure I used Wong for this. I would bet money that I did before. Oh man, it's already 9:30. Okay. Feels weird to even heal up with Wong. Like, one of the great things about Wong is you don't need to heal. You just revive and go. But
yeah, it's a little different in this fight.
Yeah.
Every other fight.
Yeah.
Pablo says good luck, Vega.
Thank you very much. It's knocked down.
So it's knockdown with a heavy, interrupt his heavy with anything but a heavy, and intercept.
Okay, I think I was just slow there.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot.
His spells not pausing during a relic really hurts.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if it's better to just like let the protection stacks be there and just get set up.
Yeah, I would probably focus on just getting set up because you can remove them.
There was another fight like this. I think it was on Dimensional Beings. I can't remember which one it was. Where my advice was like, actually don't, like, it's more about the windows where you can do damage as opposed to doing consistent damage.
Trying to think of what fight you could be talking about.
Yeah.
There might be more than one.
Yeah. That's funny. Okay. Should have thrown my special. It was really tempting to try to get a third one, but that would have been greedy. Oh man, I did lose them, didn't I? Shit. Throw it. I lost yellow somewhere along the way, didn't I?
Yeah.
I think when you were initially ramping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's alright, we'll get him back.
Oh, the Infuriate made it to where one of them didn't actually proc. That just happened. That's pretty annoying.
It's infuriating.
It is very infuriating.
Some would even call it infuriating. Alright. Alright, big boy. Come on. Feels like he shouldn't have been able to do that.
That's been a Wong problem forever.
Yeah.
Like it's been a problem for a long time.
Feeling it today, really.
I mean, if you guys are gonna keep setting me up like this, it's just we're gonna stop playing the game and just
Look, man, keep hitting him out of the park. Okay, that's the goal here.
Oh man. There you go. You ripped off a protection stack with that one, I think, too.
I have no idea why.
I guess it counted as an intercept, which is cool.
Doesn't feel like it should have. I'll take it, but...
There. Oh, nice.
I still need a yellow spell, don't I? I'm not going to concentrate on it. If it happens, it happens.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. You're already basically max ramped. You don't need it.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, ideally getting a special 2 off with just 1 protection on Herc is, like, pretty awesome. Yeah. Yeah, because it becomes pretty hard to just get rid of every single protection before a special 2. So just only 1 being there is perfect.
I spent too much of the time with the setup. Because once you get rooted, I think this fight gets a lot harder, actually.
Yeah.
John, dude, thank you for the generous donation, man. Question for the experts out there. In a vacuum, which 2 7-star champions benefit? You can tell John's asked questions of MCoC YouTubers before. Providing,
very
all
pointed,
the context. It's like, John, this is a great question, man. 10 out of 10, tier above all sort of stuff, buddy. Okay, question for the experts out there. In a vacuum, which 2 7-star champions benefit most from getting my 106 stones? Domino and Ultron. I'm going to give my answer, and then I'm going to get back to playing, and I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say. John's definitely saying in a vacuum. For me, it's Ultron, and there's either something I'm missing if you guys say Domino, or...
he says Domino and Ultron are already at SIG 200, so...
Okay, reading's hard. I've never claimed to be good at reading. I've never claimed to be good. Okay, which 2 7-star champions benefit most from getting my 100? Domino... So this is just like any 7-star out there.
That's a wild question.
Yeah. Without thinking about it too hard, I think my answer would be Serpent and Deathless Thanos.
What, Serpent?
I think Serpent benefits a lot from his dupe.
Yeah, the death immunity gets up to like 8 seconds, right? At SIG 200.
Yeah, and additionally, he gains a pretty substantial attack rating increase per Cold Force charge when the opponent's against the wall, and that adds up a lot. So when you have 16 Cold Force charges and you have like a 600% attack rate increase per charge or something crazy like that, on top of all your other damage, it's pretty nice. Also, Prowler would be a good 3rd option, like an honorable mention.
I'm gonna interrupt real quick for one thing on that, and then I'm gonna get back to playing. Is as someone who's got a SIG 180 Prowler, and I've talked about it on my channel, I'm good. I am not great with Prowler. I think he is well worth the 6 stones, but like I'm tripling down on my make sure you enjoy the champion first. Make sure, because I enjoy him, so I want to get better and better with him. But I think Prowler has great flow. I think his kit fits together so well. I don't think he's very easy to play. If you can play him well, you're gonna dominate stuff, though. So that's my one little addition. I'll hand this back over to B and MSD here.
Yeah, I agree with the Serpent call out. Probably the most valuable Cosmic in the game right now, especially at SIG 200. Just an all-around great quester. Probably the best defender in the game. Just, I don't know. You can't really get much better than Serpent. Plus the SIGs really do benefit him. But like the second spot, I don't know if I would agree with Deathless Thanos, just because there's so many other characters out there.
Yeah.
One thing about Deathless Thanos is if you've kept up with the Deathless challenges, you should already have a bunch of free Deathless Sig Stones.
Right.
So you wouldn't have to use those Sig Stones on Thanos. Yeah, I think it was generic ones is what they asked.
So good call and good correction on my side. So if we're talking, non-deathless special stones, I do still think Serpent. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Prowler's another good one. What do you think, man? I mean, it's kind of a broad question.
Yeah. There's just so many champions out there, dude. I'm on Khonshu's Ankh, or however you pronounce it. Trying to see.
I was just there too.
Yeah, and it's just like there's so many champions. It's just like Vega said, you have to like the champion. And usually investing SIGs makes your champion better. So if you like the champion, your SIGs will make the champion better, and you should just do that.
Yeah. 2 more to call out, Photon and Black Panther Civil War. Both benefit very highly from high SIG or SIG investment. So
Yeah, honestly, yeah, Photon would probably be number 2, just because she's such a strong defender, amazing quester. So in like a complete vacuum, I think Serpent and Photon make the most sense. That was a good shout by you.
Stark Enhanced Spider-Man likes the Awaken ability, but doesn't need the stones. So I'm just kind of scrolling down my rank 3 roster here, looking at who I have sigged up.
Apparently, I am not capable of not at least paying attention a little bit to conversations like this. I just want to give a quick shout to Dazzler, if you're a Dazzler fan too, and you want to be able to use her pursuit. And you happen to have her. And she's not going to be in a crystal for a long time. I'm also a bit of a Dazzler fan, though.
Dazzler's pretty cool, man.
I really like her.
Very useful.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is so annoying, dude. I got the intercept, but I had the stupid infuriate on. Have I reached the point where I can't do them successively?
Yes, you're in that phase now, so you can't do the same one twice
Fun.
in a row to remove them.
It's intercept, punish a heavy, and knock down with a heavy.
Correct.
That's simple as that. All right.
There you go. Look at that. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I don't know what I was complaining about. That was so weird.
The special 2 counted as an intercept because he dashed at you right as you launched it into his face.
Well, he's a good little Hercules. He knows what he's supposed to do.
Nice.
Yeah. This Hercules is well behaved. He's mild mannered. Bring him home to mama. That kind of thing, right? You're like, what the hell is he talking about? Okay, he stopped being mild mannered.
Yeah, just threw a full 5-hit combo over your block.
He's like, I'll show you mild manners. He's a big fan of my streams too. He watches them all the time.
Makes sense. You got the same beard.
Exactly. I also go around town shirtless like this quite a bit. It's
I would have never guessed.
Yeah.
That must be quite the sight.
Oh man, we're off the rails. No! Oh my god, I'm making myself laugh. Oh! Okay, I didn't lose my ramp at least. See what happens when you make yourself giggle.
I'm not going to add to that.
Oh, man. Oh, someone in the chat just had a really good shout. Sinister for me is the best for SIGs. Yes, that is a great use of SIG stones if you can awaken Sinister, which with Epoch, we're getting that generic awaken gem. There very well may be a lot more awakened Sinisters running around. So, yeah.
So, my thing with Sinister, though, is that the benefits are random, right?
Yeah,
they are random.
But over the course of a quest, you can
select them.
I mean, well,
I got you. You focus something.
You can plan them, or I don't know what the right way to say it is.
He gains the benefit from every class that he kills, and in a quest, those are persistent throughout the whole thing. In like a single fight thing, like an EOP thing or Battlegrounds, it's all random. But just having the spells, or not the spells, just having the benefits, no matter what they are, is going to be better than not having them. You know, whether it's combat power rate increase, special damage, attack rating, regen rate, whatever it is. Just having 3 of those immediately in every single fight, and those not counting towards your max stack of questing ones, at least I don't believe they count towards the max stack, it's crazy.
I felt like I had a really nice rhythm. That was one of those, I get, whenever I blame the game, I want to be like 1,000,000% certain. But that really felt like I swiped and Wong just didn't care. You know what, actually, I'm going to reset my game, because that one was enough where it kind of irritated me.
Mm-hmm.
As an owner of a relatively high sig Sinister, he's pretty awesome. I've been really happy with how much I've been able to use him. I've also been a little bit surprised because I do think one of the reasons why I thought Caban was probably so okay with putting him out was that they could shut him off pretty easily, just like make something stun immune. But he gets around a lot of stuff. Like he's better than I thought he was going to be. I think that's the best way to put it.
Yeah, he's pretty ridiculous. There's a non-zero chance that if I don't get a mutant gem from Epoch, that I use a generic on Sinister. Just because I already have it rank 3, I'm willing to put in, 60 or 106 zones. It just makes sense, because where are we going to see him in the next calendar year? Probably nowhere.
Yeah, I think if I was Kabam, I'd be like, this guy has not seen a basic crystal or a titan for years. Like, he's going to be a sale item for a very long time. Like that's
I could,
if I was them,
very well see him not being available until even like next year.
Yeah.
Maybe he gets put into the basic pool in January of 2026. Because it's very strange how we haven't seen any of the Saga Chase champions added to the base pool yet. Nightcrawler has been nowhere to be seen. Captain Marvel, not in the base pool, but she's been in like other crystals for Saga stuff. And then Sinister was Saga only. So Nightcrawler and Sinister are kind of in this nebulous state of, well, I guess you'll just never see them again for the foreseeable future.
Pablo, there's a lot of smart people in the chat, but I know Pablo from my Discord server, extremely smart player. Shouting out Kushala as well. I do think that's a good shout.
Yeah, that's a great shout. She benefits a lot from her sig.
Mm-hmm. Since it's just the 2 of us, and I think a couple of our 100 closest friends, I'm pretty sure that's who's going to get all my 6 stones that I have coming up.
Makes sense. I like that pick quite a bit. If I had my Kushala awakened, I would be dumping all of my Mystic Stones into her.
She was, for obvious reasons, I played her quite a bit when she first came into the game, and I used her in Necropolis, got some solos, like Battlegrounds, the whole thing. I just haven't played her that much lately. And then the Dimensional Beings run, and then just personal enjoyment got me to play her quite a bit. And it was almost like I had forgotten like how outrageously good she is.
See, I never really gave her a chance, which is the weird thing.
I think she was kind of initially packaged as a Battlegrounds champion, so I could see that.
Yeah. When she's just so consistent and can deal, or she can do pretty much anything.
Yeah, she's so much more than just a short form content character. I mean, she is probably the second most valuable champion for the Dimensional Being run, underneath Future Ant-Man, and I'd even say that calling them equal in the run would not be bad, because a 7-star rank 3 Kushala is pretty nuts in there.
This is where I usually tell myself I should stop playing, and then I go for like another 30 minutes. This is why in my streams on Fridays we have a built-in break. this is one of the reasons why. Because this happens and built in break and recharge a little bit and keep playing.
So if you want to switch up a little bit and you want to go with Wiccan, he also does pretty well here.
Yeah.
And there's no, spell maintenance building up 9 spells. It's just special 2, special 1, deal damage, and sort of get him down. And the good thing about Wiccan is he has those shocks and incinerates ticking all the time. So even when the protection is up, and it will be up, you're dealing damage.
Yeah, let's just do it because I don't want to sign off just yet. You get tilted, but you keep going. Yeah, and it's also just I want to talk with everybody and hang out and whatever. And these fights require a lot of concentration. I don't even have oh no, I do have a striker on Wiccan. Did you say I have to keep up the neutralize? I haven't played Wiccan in forever.
No, not really. I mean, just sort of go to your special 2 and take the protections down, and that's kind of it. I mean, you can deal a lot of decent damage by just playing Wiccan normally.
So I'm going to do it because I want to, and it sounds like a good idea, and also to test it. I think Wong is phenomenal for that fight. I think if with a little more concentration, once you get the how many? Do you guys remember how many revives it took you?
Like 4 or 5.
Okay. And B's, I'm sure you guys know B. B's a phenomenal player. MSC,
I've gotten it cleaner, but it's just it can go wrong so quickly. Like 4 or 5's perfect.
Yeah.
We're talking about Hercules specifically, right?
Yes.
I did not use any.
Yeah. Okay. So I can see both of those results from good players. Neither of those surprises me.
Okay, I was gonna plead the 5th, but I didn't want to leave you hanging.
No, dude. This isn't it wasn't like you walked in and be like, "Oh, I'm surprised you're struggling because I soloed it." That's. That's
wow, what a great man! That's my voice.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, that was funny.
Thanks. That's when the streamer, you're like, "Thank you for telling me something not helpful at all." Yeah, and the other reason I can tell it's me is I'm multiple times trying to hit the striker and it's just not registering. I don't think that's my phone. I don't think that's the game. I think it's me probably just not getting in the right the right frame or right cadence. Looks like we got another large donation. Do you guys mind reading that out?
Yeah, Jay Fizzle with $20.
I'm
saying thank you on Vega's behalf.
Yeah.
Morning, afternoon, evening all. You got this, Vega. Patience is always key with these tenaciously long fights. Question to the masses. What has been the general consensus for Titan Nexus versus Maestro from the Carinas challenges?
Let me answer real quick, and then you guys give the much better detailed question while I do this. I'm almost certainly going to pick Maestro, and that is because I do still very much enjoy Battlegrounds. I find him to be an annoying defender. I don't like to fight him, so I want him powerful. And last, I have seen B use Maestro in War, and this was Unawakened, or maybe it was with 6-star B will correct me. And it honestly looked pretty cool. And so I want to play Maestro. So I'm going to take the guaranteed thing there.
Yeah, I suggest taking the dupe. Not only does it make him a better Battlegrounds defender because he gets extra block penetration for each of his charges or whatever, it turns him into a completely different offensive champion because you use your special 2, and that gives you the Fury passives, and then any special attack will refresh those. So you never have to throw another special 2. And that makes him so much more viable in War because you don't have to spam special 2s if your special 1s don't kill. He becomes a significantly better champion, and unless you plan on using an Awakening gem on him in the future, there's probably going to be no other ways to awaken him. So I would just say take the guaranteed Awakening. Titans will come and go.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think the Awakened Maestro, just everything that I echo everything Brendan just said. The Awakening on Maestro is very impactful. We're not likely going to see it anywhere else. You know, it's not one of those situations where, oh, he'll be back in some other content. No, it's like he won't be available to be awakened anywhere else, probably. So, missing out on that for a tight Nexus, which is a gamble, I don't think that's the greatest move for most players. I think if you used your Awakening Gem on Maestro, which I think is worth it. You know, I gave my Maestro a Cosmic Awakening Gem. If you did that, then obviously take the Titan Nexus. But for the majority of players, if you do not want to use an Awakening Gem on Maestro, taking the dupe is absolutely worth it.
Just an add-on to what they're saying, in case it wasn't enough. You got the carrot. I'm going to give you the stick. You'll see, I'm going to put out the Crystal Cornucopia for February, and I get the Nexus 7-star from the Sigil store, and doesn't guarantee you're going to get through even one good option. So, and I know the Titans are more limited pool and all that stuff, but
still.
Yeah, the Titans, good champions, don't get me wrong, I'm not going there. I think they're really good. You still might get the 3 you don't want. So, yeah, Wiccan was a great call, man. I didn't even go to the special 3, and we're at the brainless part of the gameplay now, so we're just gonna stick with Wiccan. Feel bad. I let Wong down, dude. I let him down.
It's okay. Wong understands on this fight.
I feel like Wong would. I feel like Wong would be like, it's all right, dude. Here's an ice cream. We're gonna sit down and watch a movie.
The Sopranos, maybe.
Yeah.
I will say the rest of the run becomes a bit easier after this fight. So if you're feeling a bit tired, maybe take like a 15-minute break and then try the next one.
Yeah, it's a total paradigm shift after this guy.
Yeah.
This guy's like Grandmaster Junior at the middle of the run, and then everything else is okay.
Yeah.
It was interesting, MSD. B, I don't know if you were in the stream yet. I'm pretty sure you were not on call. I feel like there's a hint of what you were saying as far as like runs and a run where like you're gonna have to spend items. And I felt like related to being a veteran player. If that's not what you're saying, it's A-okay, please just say that. But I definitely feel that way. And I do feel like I have noticed, I'm not having to like go into, for me, I don't have to spend units on this. Like I still have all the units that I had from Banquet. I bought the deals. But I was like, no, I agree with everyone. These crystals aren't very good. So I'm not going to spend my units on them. And I will save my units for things that are coming up. I'm sure there'll be difficult stuff, So I've noticed that as well. I think that was part of why I enjoyed the Dimensional Beings as much as I did, is I did have to spend items. I did feel like I was getting better. It didn't feel cheap. And yet, as a veteran player, I was like, dude, this is nowhere near the item usage of years past. Just curious if you guys kind of agree with that, have similar thoughts as I make a mistake. Yeah.
I mean, as the game has grown over the past few years, consumable usage and unit usage has become less and less, at least from my experience. But they've also said, I think publicly, that like, I think it was in Crash's write-up, right, where they said that like units are at an all-time high for players, and it's just like, if content comes out that makes me want to use my units or consumables to get it done, it really doesn't feel as bad as it used to, because it's so few and far between nowadays. Not sure if that's making sense to you guys.
No, it does. And I would think that that's a real challenge, right? Is I remember some of the stuff and it felt cheap. It was frustrating. It was upsetting. It did not feel fun. But I don't know if I can separate out like I should how much a Dimensional Beans run, like, don't be wrong, I don't want all of them to be like that. That's not what I'm saying. But I don't know if I can separate how much the Dimensional Beans run for me was like, dude, I actually had fun. I felt like I got better. I've also gotten better at this game than I was even just 2 years ago. Do you know, is that, and I would think that'd be a real challenge in designing content. It's like, how do we make this challenging? How do we make something where people will probably have to use items, but we don't make them feel like they got cheated out of something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that. I personally wasn't a huge fan of the Dimensional Beings run. Sorry, MSD.
Oh my god, I'm so hurt.
But, I mean, I used like 40 revives or something like that on the challenge. Granted, I didn't have like the absolute top team, but all my other runs were like 2-3 revives on the whole path. And then, like, I don't even know if I used revives on Grandmaster sometimes. So it was just like a huge shift. And it's like, if you average it out, it's like, what, 10, 15 revives per path? Not even.
Yep.
It's really not that big of a deal. And at the end of the day, it's like I got great rewards for it. So who cares? Like, it was just a part of the puzzle that I had to do.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned this earlier. I think this is what Vega was referring to, of how 5 out of the 6 runs, or I guess 4 if you count the full run as being sort of difficult. Even then, people were doing it pretty well. 5 out of the 6 runs were generally considered to be very easy, and then one of them is hard. That balances out, and that makes sense, because like you just said, when you add it all together and then you divide it evenly, it's like 10 or 15 revives per run, which is better than what people were doing when Necropolis first came out, by a substantial margin. So when you look at it from that perspective, it's like, oh, this all sort of equals out, you know, ceteris paribus, so when all else is equal, it just makes sense. But when you hyper focus on one specific run being bad, and then all of the other ones are like, hey, why aren't they all like this? This was easy. I could do this with 3 revives and 2 characters. It's like, that's not the point, really. You know, because you could do run with. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me add a little bit of context too, because I just messaged and it looks like I got a little bit more time to stream. I thought I was gonna have to sign off. And Yaga, I hear you, dude, and I want to be abundantly clear. I used units. I think it was on stream. Might not have. It might have been before to refresh my potions. My potion stash. So I want to be really clear on that. And the Dimensional Beans run, or the Necropolis run so far, have zeroed out my my Valiant, whatever you call them. I can't think what they're called right now. But this free Valiant Crystal. So I've zeroed those out. I've emptied that out. And with the Epoch of Pain, or whatever, Epoch of... I'm not trying to make fun of it, is that unit stash, I have a feeling it's going to go down to 0. I really think it's going to be that hard. We'll see. I might be wrong. So like, make sure, like, please, I want to make sure I'm giving full context here. And then on the, because I see comments about, and what's up, everyone I haven't said hi to, Laser Ride, like so many people, is on the Dimensional Beans run. I think this is really similar to why I was so calm about Serpent way back. I'll tie this together. Is I have a rank 3 America Chavez who I could probably play her while I'm asleep. I have a rank 3 Awakened Kushala. I have the rank 3 Iron Fist Relic on America Chavez. I have a rank 5 Ascended Future Ant-Man. I brought it on Cosmic Ghost Rider for the synergy, I think, with Kushala, if I remember correctly. I had the benefit of watching like these guys' streams, videos. I had MP Blades and B McG and DLL and Campo giving me fight advice. Mr. Omega Beast was doing it in my members chat. Like, so that run, there was so many factors that the typical player does not have going into it that for me made the run be like, oh, this is fun. Where I think for other people, I could see them not having that. Like, just wanted to give full context on that as well too. All right, I'm done.
One thing I did want to add about the Dimensional Beings run is that I believe it's actually optional if you have all the Deathless Champions, because you only need to do 5 of 6 runs to get the rank 4 materials.
Yeah,
so
well, someone in
You
the
don't
chat
need to do it.
Someone in the chat, and I've lost their name, said that's part of what made me be like, I'm gonna. Oh, it was Crazy Canuck. I'm not doing it because I've already got Thanos. He's Sig 200. I'm moving on. I want to do them all. There's rewards for doing all of them that I was like, I want those. I don't remember what they were, but should I use Vox or Wong for this?
I'd go Vox.
Yeah, Vox. Wong works,
Yeah.
but Vox is probably more fun.
Trying to recall
Vox.
what I used originally too. I'm wondering if I used Kate or maybe I used Gamora. Would that make sense?
Yeah, she would make sense after the special 3. But I really like Vox here because you can do special 1, special 2, and do some really nasty degen damage.
I did not do Vox justice on stream the other day. I was playing him like I had never played the game before. Dean, how long is the promo code going to be good for? Did a promo code? Is the promo code for the
your
shirt?
t-shirts?
That should be good until we take this down. My intention is to leave that sale up till the end of February and then take it down because the whole point is the whole point is because I like to make t-shirts and it's fun. But we're using this as to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the general tier list. All the work that myself and the Wizards and of course the Illuminati have been doing since day one. And so the promo code will be good for as long as that link is up. And then these are limited time. So after this, the only time to purchase them afterwards will be at an in-person event if I'm able to bring the shirts to them, which I will. I have like my Moon Knight inspired shirt and my Loki inspired shirt, and I've realized I should bring those to if Kabam does Battle Royale Brawl again or to one of my meetups because I really like them. I mean I'm wearing one right now. I wear them around town. All right. Did you say I could use my SP2 with this?
Yes. So you have to use your special 1 first, though.
Lose my Undermine though?
Only after the special 2.
So then build back the special 1. When I throw special 1, I'll get the Undermine, and he only auto blocks. In CapSam, it's his SP2 that's the one that's just like, I can't dex it. It's his SP1's not hard at all, right?
SP1's easy. The special 2 you can dex, but I don't suggest it because it could ruin your day.
We aren't there. Yeah.
Yeah. But the special 2, if you do special 1, you'll have the Undermine, and then if you do the special 2, then you will have Undermine and Vigilance for just a split amount of time during that special attack to where it won't get auto blocked, and then you'll just do special 1, special 2, special 1, special 2.
All right. Thank you.
And if that somehow doesn't work, you could just do special 1 spam and it'd still be fine.
Wiccan was a good shout, MSC. Not only did he work pretty well, but it gave me a little bit of a break too, which I appreciated.
No problem.
Yeah. All right, let's go. We'll see. Let's see how rejuvenated I actually am. What's up, Kurt? Thanks for being here, bud.
Don't hit his block if you can avoid it.
Oh, the stupid ass ruptures.
Correct.
Yeah.
I was like, you're telling me that
save
for a
charges.
reason. Yeah, thank you. There, if you hadn't said that, at some point I would have been like, why is my health bar at 50%? I haven't gotten hit.
Just gotta check in every once in a while.
Yeah. I'm not going to get to the special 2. I'd rather get the degen back.
Yep.
Yeah, ideally you get to 1.9 bars of power for the special 1, and then don't go for medium, light, medium, go for full combos. So you can maximize power gain.
I'm excited for this one, though. I love doing this in my run, and I think it's going to be fun to watch you do it.
And it didn't quite get there.
Yeah,
don't worry.
It's still really good damage just to go special 1s only. And the funny thing is he actually becomes a little bit better once he's rooted because you're getting the precision buff on Dex every single time during the special attacks. Yeah, so now you've got 51 D or 51 degens. That should be a ton of damage.
I'm gonna get him back. I don't think we're gonna get to it again.
It's all good.
Yeah.
You're still dealing like 7% for special, 7, 8, 9%, depending. So, no worries.
Have I told you guys, like, I love Vox now. Like, I've always thought he was really good. I just think that more and more stuff coming into the game that's asking us to do what Vox does.
I can't believe they gave him away for free.
I was shocked.
Yeah, same here.
When I saw that, I was like, oh my goodness. Did we get it? We did it!
Nice.
Oh, I love that.
Nice. Yeah, that was beautiful. It's just so much more damage because the special animation is so much longer.
Yeah.
And every single hit is a scythe hit, which boosts the degen damage.
Yeah. Vox is super legit.
The two.
Vox
Also,
kind of scared me
so
at
cool.
first.
What do you
in
mean?
terms of like how strong they are.
Yeah.
Like immune to almost every single form of power control. It's nuts.
We're risking it, dude. Uh-oh. No!
I just got hit with an ad.
And it's him to a special too. All the bad things.
That's totally fine. I think you just
Yeah, block it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since he doesn't have Red Wing up, it's not going to go through your block.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Vox. I let you down. The high of getting it once was just so much that I couldn't resist the temptation to do it again.
It's respectable.
The accidental strikers are happening. That's a sign of fatigued play for me. Come on. There you go, Sam.
Nice.
Not as perfect as the last one, but still fun.
Raptor, I agree with you 100%. That's the side that I used Vox on the most when I did my initial Necropolis clear. It was with the 6-star Ascended though, so I wasn't really soloing anything, but I was definitely getting like 2 shots.
For anyone who doesn't know how to use Vox, I did utilize the pause just there. MSD was 100% correct. I was hitting into the block way too much, would have killed myself. But if you do this, if you try this at home, you can strategically use it in the block if your Vox is awakened, just to get a little pause, help you out.
Yeah, you just don't want to combo into
Yeah,
block.
yeah. Oh, I was like full on 4-hit comboing into the block. Like, I'm glad you told me.
Like 25 ruptures on you. Where's my health going? This is crazy.
This is weird. I don't understand what's going on. I'm getting I think the losing of those rupture or my degens delayed this fight so much that I'm gonna err on the side of safety.
Yeah.
Alright, I gotta call it here, fellas. Got other things to attend to. But thanks for having me on. Nice time. Nice chat with you both.
Dude, thanks a lot for hanging out.
Yeah, I'll talk to you soon, B. And yeah, Vega, thanks for having me on, buddy. Good luck with the rest of the run. Have a good day, everybody.
All right, dude. Have a great one.
Oh, dang.
No.
So close, so close. You got this, buddy.
We were on solo pace. I think we actually had gotten it back too.
It's all good. I mean, still solo or 2-shotting Necropolis fights is still extremely impressive in my opinion.
Yeah, it lets you know that a champion means business.
Yeah. Oh, you got the intensify now. That's cool.
Yeah, we might be able to just salvage this. Let's see.
Yeah.
I ain't giving up yet. Let's be honest, I'm never giving up. but y'all know what I meant.
Did you just attempt to rickroll us?
I think I did. And I don't know if I meant to.
Nice. 48 degens, love to see it.
Yeah.
The awesome thing about Vox is like it's not the end of the world if you lose his ramp, because you could do what you just did and get back up to the 48 degens pretty quickly.
Damn it. I keep basically Icarusing Vox here. It's my fault, not theirs.
I mean, you've got roughly 60 seconds left with those charges. I think you might be able to pull it off. Let's see. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Dread, yes, that is me on call. There you go. Nice utilization of the tap into the block. Beautiful.
Yeah, there it is.
There we go.
Take that, Sam.
Beautiful. So, yeah, you just need like one more loop like that and you should be good. Honestly, I don't even know if you'll need the special 2 this time around. You see what I'm saying, though, about how you get rooted and it's helping you build those buffs?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't until you pointed out. You're right.
Yeah, because now you're at 58 degens. Like, that should be enough. Just play it safe. Try to keep that indestructible off of them. And you should be fine. Yeah, special 1's going to close it. Oh. It was close. But, yeah, that was beautiful, dude.
Dude, that feels good to finally get a solo with Vox. I've let Vox down this whole run with craptastic play against Cycloman and Omega Sentinel, I think, too. That felt really good.
Beautiful work, dude.
Thanks, dude. That could have gone way better if I hadn't lost the thing. And you know what I thought is, just because I'm getting a little tired, is I thought for sure he was going to get me on a double dash. Like, you know how they dash in and you think they're going to then back off and then they do like an extra little light out of nowhere or a medium?
Yep. It's my least favorite thing.
You know, just Thanos, that's a good shout too. To speed that up, you probably could just strategically save your relic for those times if you really want to. I was focusing a little much on the Onk charges. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate thanks for talking me through it, B.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, let's try one more. Let's try one more.
What's this next one? Is it Dragon Man? So who are you planning on using here?
Shoot. I didn't think this one through well, did I?
No, you have 2 options. I'm just curious which one you were going with.
My honest thought was Photon was here for Wiccan, and I was going to use Wong for like everything that wasn't obvious Fox territory.
Yeah, because I use Wong here, and it's a really good fight. And you're obviously comfortable with Wong, so he would be very good here. I haven't seen Photon used here, so I don't know how she would be, but I know Wong can do this one pretty, I wouldn't say easily, but it's more straightforward than most fights here.
You know what? This fight was bugged when I did Necropolis originally.
What was it bugged with?
Like I think he went. I feel like this stun immune thing was not working properly, and I think I used Shuri.
I think I remember the power charge. He wasn't able to get it back at some point,
Maybe that's what it was.
but it's not bad. I think this one's gonna feel a little bit better. It's just if you get bad Dragon Man AI, then you're gonna, feel a little pain.
I
But
feel a little bad.
yeah,
But I think this is Wong. Just play Wong, have fun.
yeah, that's what I would suggest.
Who was the other champion you were saying potentially?
Photon, if you wanted to use her, but honestly, Wong is the top option here,
Okay.
especially with this freight train node.
Hey, thanks to everyone who's recently joined the chat. I see y'all saying hello. What's up, Bri? How you doing, bud? Silver. Adamantium saying they did use Photon, so if somehow it starts to go poorly with Wong.
That's good to know. Cool.
When it's screw, there you can dormant. Okay, so he's gonna go stun immune. There's just it's not like if I don't stun him, there's not much I can do on this.
Yeah, so the stun immunity itself isn't the biggest issue. It's just when he gets that power charge.
Yeah.
You just want to make sure that you're like trying to bait the special attacks. And if you keep blocking the special one when he has that, you'll get that constant willpower healing paired with his healing from his base kit, and you should be good.
You know what's weird is I could have swore, and obviously I'm wrong, but I could have sworn that Dragon Man loses it on a well-timed block, not that he has to be stunned. So obviously I don't remember that correctly.
Yeah, he's got to be stunned for it to get ripped off.
I wonder if there's any way we could convince the game team to slightly more powerful boost in these. I'm sure the answer would be no. But it's weird. Like I looked to buy like even just like a 20% champ boost, and there was only one, and it was in the sigil. I was shocked by that. Obviously, I've been going through a lot of boosts. I very rarely get to sit and play for multiple hours at a time. And so a lot of this is like piecemealed together, which means I'm going through them even more rapidly than one would think. Let's go. What's up, Darkness? How you doing, bud? Good shout. I sweet. Thank you, dude. How bad do I think the Ares boss is going to be? And I'm not joking. I'm being actually serious. So bad that all those units that I have from Banquet, because I bought the deals, but I agreed with everyone that the crystals weren't very good, so I didn't open crystals with my units. I've used a little bit of those to get some potions and stuff for these Necropolis challenges. I think that we'll probably use all those units on the Epoch or Epoch quest at some point. I fully expect to be drained of my units. It's actually one of the reasons why I might participate in the Valentine's Day special, depending on how they work it. The other reason is, here, I'll show you guys. When I know this is so weird, you're like, seriously, this is why you'd be, it actually is. Is the other reason why is take a look at this. Oh no, I'm not going to be able to, none of my champs are dead. Let's go to Wiccan. I still have, and I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe these are from Valentine's 2 years ago. And I've been using them. They don't count in the rest of your stash at all. They don't, like, they just sit there until you use them. And they've been really helpful to me. So that's another thing. And I just feel like Kabam keeps putting out content like this where, you want to do well. I'm enjoying going through it. But it's a lot more fun when I'm not stressed about if I'm going to run out of items. So, all right. And I also want Ultron. That's the other reason. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. I'm probably gonna regret not healing at all, but it's Wong, so
Yeah, just don't get hit and you should be okay. Easier said than done, right?
yeah. But that's like the great. No, see, you can get rid of the power gain like that.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna say once you get into the fight, you should feel very good about it. It's free willpower healing if you block the special one, and then once you're ramped up, if he throws the special 2, really not that big of a deal because he'll heal the energy damage that Dragon Man does. So all that fire breath that he does, he'll just heal it. So yeah, fully ramped on blue, so you gotta switch to another one and you should be good.
Thanks for the call out. The it is well done. I want to be very clear. I am not complaining about Wong's UI at all. I think it's very well done. I, for some reason though, do make the mistake of miscounting how many of my original spells I have.
Yep, because the pre-fight is completely different from the other ones.
Yeah, and it should be like because it's actually called out that like okay, I'm not gonna go. Ooh, I had to get that because I had the slow on me.
Yep. Good save though. A nice special intercept.
Thanks.
So yeah, one more of the yellows. His unstoppable is just so nice.
Wong.
Yeah.
Dude, he's such a great champion. But so someone asked me, I think it was on Blue Sky because I've been posting some of my like run results there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is he good for questing? And it's like I honestly don't know. But I think I'm gonna like when I'm done with this, I'm gonna try to find out.
That's always fun to do, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think he'll be fine for questing, but it'd be cool to see what you can pull off with him.
Well, the other thing is I mean, I think he'll be fine. I think I have no doubts he'll be at least fine.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, part of what makes him so fun for this content is the health bar that you're seeing, and the like. Okay, I want to be stingy. I'm gonna be a little like aggressive and not heal because it'll be fun. And like I don't know if quest fights last long enough for that to come in.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, that could be a problem. Yeah.
You got the power gain on.
Shoot.
Immediately charge
No!
into a special 2. Oh, dang.
So, I don't know. Maybe my phone is struggling because I, like, the game did not input what I know I hit that thing. I know I did.
Yeah.
Might be my phone. Maybe it's just me. Alright. Well, if this happens to you with Wong, just do your best to reset the fight.
Yeah. You could probably get one more special 1 off because the Fury. There you go. Oh,
yeah.
I'll go for special 2 now.
I got problems again.
There you go.
Yeah. As soon as I got that that parry, because it does make them more passive. I'll never be convinced it doesn't.
Yep. So you could switch spells now.
Yeah.
Just making sure. Okay, you got it.
At least I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. No, I did.
Oh, you're on yellow now.
Yeah. Come on, dude. Don't be like this.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's the issue with this guy.
Whatever. Justin, what phone do I use to play? I don't know. It's not that old. This, my streaming phone, I think is 4 years old. It's an iPhone. Oh, shoot. You know what? Actually, My streaming phone is older than that. I completely forgot. I have the newest Max Pro whatever thing that I typically play on. And I still have not taken my 2-year-old phone and changed it out with this one. So this one is at least 4 years old. So there's a chance that's what's happening. There's a chance. Also might be slow. I haven't it is, now it's 10:30, but we only had coffee and a little bit of breakfast. Who knows? Whatever. We're having fun. Sentry solo this. Nice. I love seeing that. All right, let's go. That run was going so well too.
Yeah, you did heal up quite a bit, which is awesome to see.
Yeah. Oh, so what I was saying though with questing is, I don't know. I'm currently curious if in questing with Wong you can do it. I'm sure. I don't know if you're gonna really get to see what makes him good though.
Yeah. In my limited experience, I've found that you gotta really focus on the blue spells early on. Otherwise, the damage will feel not so great, and it will also the fights will feel a little too long for questing.
So this is an example. I actually need to get one more of the blue spells, right?
Yeah, one more, and then you should be able to just go to the yellow and be good there. Nice. And you'll heal from that special 2 that you did.
Little buddy wants out for attention.
He's upstairs right now. I'm surprised that you can hear him. I was trying to see if my mic was picking it up, and it apparently is.
Oh, dude, please know that don't sweat it at all. Like, you can barely hear it.
Okay, yeah, he's a goofy guy.
I have a dog. I love dogs, so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you've seen the mini Schnauzer.
Yeah. He's awesome.
He probably sees a squirrel or something.
Yeah. Get it! Uh-oh. We knocked him down, so yeah, there we go.
Nice. And you're fully ramped? Yep. So you should be good.
Alright, I'm going to try to not talk too much so I don't lose this. Try to get out of the corner a little bit. Knock him down so he's a little more aggressive. Come on, dude. Come on. Oh, what a...
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna
do? That is terrible luck.
Yeah, I don't think there's much I could have seen the power gain was coming back, but I don't know. What are you gonna do? I actually used Wiccan and he kept the power gain buff off with the neutralize and it worked great. That's some yeah. That's one of so we'll take a second and because I want to take a second because I am frustrated and when I'm frustrated I'm like that's bullshit, you know. And so I totally get it and I like what I know you're trying to be supportive of me and everything. So I want to be abundantly clear. I'm not being like how dare you? No, not at all. And that is frustrating. I also think though that like that's supposed to be part of the danger of the fight. Like that's why I said I'm like, you know what? And then I was like, no, I could have played that a little differently. I think I threw a special. I saw the power gain starting to come back. I relied on the RNG of I hit him and the AI should feel in danger, so I should be fine. But that was me being a little more aggressive than I needed to be. And so I want to be clear. Thank you for the supportive comment. I do think it feels like bullshit. I'm a little irritated right now. I also think that's the threat of the fight. Like that's literally it. So
that's why the stun immunity is there.
Yeah, and like I said, Pablo's really smart. There's Pablo giving the fight advice. So yeah, Yaga, I hear you on all this stuff. It's like this is the thing of. Well, this goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Is like how do you design a fight or content or whatever for literally like you had MSD on call, you have BMcG on call. These are like I confidently am like I don't know 2 of the top 100 players in the whole game. And then you got me. I'm not as good as them, but I'm pretty good. And then you have people who like logged in today. You know, they're like, hey, this game looks fun. Like. And have all of them not feel like they're being cheated. Like, you're going to miss sometimes, you know? You're going to miss sometimes. What? Oh, wait, what? Yeah, I didn't feel like you were being snarky, but whatever. I don't... Oh, dude. No. When the chat comes in to my streams and it's like, hey, I tried this or try this, I never feel like anyone's trying to be a jerk. I feel like you're trying to be supportive. Yeah, I appreciate it. It's like I said earlier, if someone comes in and is like, I don't know why you're struggling, man. I saw this super easy. Like, I could play with my eyes closed. And I'll be like, okay, you're being a little insensitive. But no, dude, I interpret all of this as being supportive. And I appreciate it. You know what? This is just me being efficient. I think anyways. Let me see.
I mean, no harm in using Photon if that's what you were thinking.
What I'm also thinking is I think all my champions are dead or at very low health. I'm just going to efficiently use a team revive. I think it's efficient anyways.
Then I would going with Photon, and then if she dies, then use the team revive, because that would get you 3 characters revived.
Yeah.
Yeah, Photon here, she's not going to completely prevent a special 3, but she should help mitigate the threat of it with the Petrify that she has. Plus the non-damaging debuffs make it to where the power charge takes longer to get back.
I often forget to use the Sunder with her, and I think it does make such a large difference.
Yeah.
The other thing with Photon, and I don't play her enough. I don't play any champion enough, I think, except for America Chavez, is I manually triggered her pure light form so many times on this run. I think she could solo the Wiccan.
Mm-hmm.
But I kept triggering the pure light form. Like, I just kept triggering it without meaning to. I just, like when on specials, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, because you dash back and hold block and, like...
Yeah.
Not much you could really do about it.
I think it's a skill ask. I think there's probably some specials where... So, like, right there, I tried to not trigger it, but I was too slow. And then I got hit in the face. So like right there, well, he's stun immune. I was very tempted to throw my special, but I saw the power gain, and I was like, if I throw the special, I might be creating the problem I had earlier. So I backed off. I think to me, that feels like that's the intentional threat of the fight.
Yeah.
Not saying that shouldn't, like, I'm not telling people who think it feels like BS are wrong. I'm just saying that's, you know.
I mean, that's the natural reaction, right? When you can't really do anything about a character's power gain, and they get to a special 3 and it's unavoidable death at that point.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
So, yeah, I get why it's frustrating. I get why it feels like BS. I mean, that's why everyone complains about power gain Battlegrounds metas. But
and why I rarely do is because, again, I've got America Chavez, right? And like, she's my binky. And why I've very clearly said multiple times, if you face me in Battlegrounds, I understand that my deck looks scary. Ban America Chavez. Your success rate will go up like probably 100%. It's true. I'm okay with it. Like, it's accurate.
I forgot she had a regen on her special 3.
Photon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did too. It's nice.
That was really nice regen.
Yeah. I'm doing a better job of not triggering the pure light here. I said that and then spoke too soon.
No, you're good now because you have 7 Furies. You maxed it out.
Oh, okay. That's right. It, yeah, thank you. It was not a manual trigger. Dude, 24,000? I think that was the medium. Was that 160 out of her?
I saw a huge burst. It was, what, 24,000 medium attack crit and then the 16k burst?
18k, 23. No, it's 18,000. I think I added a digit, which would make a big difference.
No, I saw a 24 as well. It might be the energy vulnerabilities. Because those make a huge difference, and you had quite a bit.
So like that was another moment. Trust me, everything about it made me want to go in and punish and special, but I didn't get his power gain canceled. And so, I mean, I think that's the last time I'll point it out, the whole threat of the fight thing. This is a long time with 7 Furies too.
Yeah. I mean, that was a solid minute or so with 7 Furies. And the basic damage is really good. Yeah, 23k crit, because that is the energy vulnerability that's making you hit so much harder. Kat is asking in chat what path you started out with. Was it Titania?
I need to know, is that Cat Murdoch or just a different cat?
Cat Murdoch.
All right, let's give her the real answer then. What was the question?
Did you start your path on Titania?
Yes.
Okay.
If she has any questions specifically about this, please ask them. If I remember correctly, though, I don't remember where I saw this. Her Wong is not awakened.
She said she now wants to know what the fake answer was.
I don't know. I was pretty sure that it was the real cat. But it was going to be spicy. I'll tell you what.
Oh yeah, a contingency plan that was not planned.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, Wong does not need the dupe for this. It's only for like the shorter stuff, like Battlegrounds, questing.
Okay.
The long form stuff, it doesn't make a huge difference.
You know, B and I are definitely, I think, on the whole, like, need is a very strong word in this game.
Yeah.
I do think the awakened ability was really helpful. It's with the path I took. Whole unstoppable thing, right? I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you do get that immediate nullify. That's a good point. I forgot about that part of the SIG.
B, do you have the ability to make a moderator?
I do not.
Okay.
No, I don't. I don't even know if moderators could add moderators.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a thing. Should be, though. Dragonman didn't want me to get 7 Furies again. You can tell, like, I stopped keeping up the Sunder. Is DL though? I saw him streaming last night. I didn't check to see if Photon was on his team. I think this was the run he was doing, wasn't it?
It might have been. I can pull it up and check.
Nah, I'm just curious if he's like, oh no, when you use her in long form, do X, Y, or Z or whatever. She's felt fine. Don't get me wrong. But the whole reason I brought her was fun. And two, I wanted her awakened ability against that Wiccan with the neutralize immunity.
Yeah. Also, Coda Blaine, thank you for the $10 super chat. They came in saying, thanks to you and the Spreadsheet Wizards. Thank y'all for your time y'all dedicate to the community.
Dude, huge thank you. Let us know if you have a question. You've got one of the Illuminati members on call right now in BMcG. These guys, in all seriousness, I found it to be silly and playful. I told them today to rest up because we got a lot more ranking to do. We've been doing our fair share of ranking and going through champions and things, and I appreciate the heck out of all of them.
Hey, it's been fun though.
It is, right? The relics video that went out yesterday is the most positively commented and reviewed thing I think on the internet ever in the history of the internet.
I wouldn't doubt it, dude.
Except for maybe like cat videos, like and not Cat Murdoch, although those are really good. I mean, literally, actually, cats being silly. People tend to universally love those.
Hello, Zemo. Yeah, Coda said, really glad you did the relic video. I have some relic stuff I need to use, and that will be a huge to help out.
Dude, that's great to hear. Yeah. And everyone, I mean, you can see how much time the Wizards spent. I think that's one of those ones that's like visibly obvious because of the physical spreadsheet, or I guess it's not physical, but you get my point. And then they really did go through and set a really nice baseline for every single champion with every single relic, but then also the hours that all the Illuminati put in, going in and looking at literally every single one. B here on call was solely responsible for the Beta Ray Bill emoji and pointing out that, like, hey, look, actually, B, do you mind explaining that? Are you okay? I know I'm putting you totally on the spot here, buddy, but it was fully you. You're kind of the Bill. You and I guess Nagase are the experts on him.
Yeah, so Bill specifically calls out the Thor relic in his kit, where it says that he gains increased buff potency. Literally every single buff in his kit gains increased potency for just having a Thor relic attached to him. But he also doesn't exactly really work too well with the Thor relic in general. So you can just use a low rarity Thor relic on him and get the benefit from his kit, while allowing you to use the higher rarity Thor relics on characters who actually benefit from it. And you could find those in the tier list. That's your like Medusa, Vox, Serpent, all those other characters who can gain the vigor buff or the intensify buff. So yeah, it's really cool that they added that, because you could just throw a relic that you probably won't even care about, the 3-star, on a great champion and get a massive benefit that way. Also, Coda, since you mentioned that you have relic materials that you want to use, the way I recommend using that tier list is that I want you to like look and see which champions you're focusing on.
Yes.
And then figure out which relic benefits them the most, and then rank that relic, because you're only going to make the characters that you like stronger that way.
I couldn't agree more. In fact, thanks for reminding me. I wanted to come back to that after that fight. Make sure you're using, I'm calling them both pages. I'm not sure that's technically the right term, but both parts of that sheet. Like, the wizards really went through and were like, hey, what, like, because we were doing relic tier lists. And like, they're good. Don't get me wrong. Like, I wouldn't put out something I didn't think was at least good or helpful. But like, so many of the questions were like, wait, we're not really answering what people are asking. What they're really asking is, how good's the relic generically? How much of a difference does it make on certain champions? And then what relic should I put on my champion? And like, the guys really went and somehow made that. And then we went through and did it all. So when you're looking at it, if you're looking for just generic rank up relic advice, you're like, okay, listen, I've got a bunch of materials. I want to rank up some relics. What are the good relics? Is look at who has more to the left. I think I called it out for the Thor relic, I believe, if I recall correctly, because the Thor relic had the most tier above all matchings and the most scorching matchings, the first 2 tiers. And then I think, B, this is kind of what you were saying too, right? Is go to that second page and you're like, okay, I really enjoy playing Hulkling. Who's the best relic for Hulkling? And rank that. Is that, I don't want to put words in your mouth, B, but I feel like that's kind of what I heard you saying.
No, yeah, exactly. Because like Purgatory, for example, I recently just started investing in her.
Yeah.
It's clear and day which relic you should invest in. And like the Ghost Rider relic, is it the best Mystic relic? I don't know. But it's the best for her, and it makes her so much better. And like America Chavez, for example, the Iron Fist relic, it's the best relic for her, at least in my opinion. So there's certain scenarios like that where it's like, I want to use this champion. How do I make this champion better? And that's one of the really cool things about the tier list that I like.
Guys, I feel really badly about this. We've actually streamed like 45 minutes longer than I had intended. I didn't think we would get this close. I would love to do this live with the rest of you. I know I'm not going to be able to time-wise. I will do what I can. That was weird. Did Photon's health bar just go up without anyone doing anything? Or is it like, dude, you need lay off the hallucinogens, go eat some breakfast and be with your family. I think I gotta call this. I feel badly. Like, as a viewer, I would want to see this. What I'll do is, when I do the Deathless run, I will do everything I can to plan it so that I do Grandmaster, right? Live on stream with everybody, and we kind of like celebrate it together. I will try to finish this run today. I might have time this afternoon or evening, and then get out the Crystal Cornucopia opening, which will have the opening from this in it. Because I appreciate the support. Like, this is just so much fun. Like, you guys coming in, we're talking about the game, having fun. We've got brilliant people and players on call in like B and MSD and everything. Why don't we take a few minutes? B, if you got to go, I fully get it, dude. I don't think you thought I'd stream this long either.
Oh, no, I'm just hanging out, man.
Well, this is the fun. Like, this is the fun. Coda, thank you for the additional donation, buddy. If you have any other questions, let us know, or you could join our it's our Discord server. It's got my name on it, but there's so many people there, or why it's as good as it is. Boost wore off. Yeah, Pablo, that's why I'm signing off, is the boost wore off. Thank you, Pablo. There it is.
Perfect time.
Don't even think about if I've got more boosts. It's just, I just can't. I've reached my boost limit for the day or for the morning. Do we have any other questions? I think we got it. Mr. Smoke, quick question. I'm currently in Act 7. Who would you R4 first? All Awakened 6 stars. Nick, Photon, Silk. I mean, I hate saying this, but probably Nick. And the reason why I hate saying this is because I think the other champions. No, Nick's still really good. I don't really remember Act 7. Check out MCoC Encyclopedia. Hopefully you're already familiar with him, and he has done phenomenal guides. I believe he's reached Act 8 now. B, do you have strong thoughts on Nick, Photon, or Silk? I mean, they're all great champions.
Yeah.
So you're not going wrong.
like, if you're in Act 7 and you're looking to rank up a 6-star right now, Photon and Silk are available as 7 stars in the base pool. Nick is not. He's only a 6-star. So you have, the least amount of chance of him overlapping with the future 7-star pool.
Yeah.
And that's the main reason why I would suggest that. If you're looking at pure value, I'd probably go Photon, but Nick will help you potentially not waste any resources.
There's a question from Adam Sexton. Pablo, thank you. How valuable is Arcade's Jeep? I will fully admit I know very little about Arcade. That's a buff review that I didn't get to in time. And so my focus on Arcade is going to be on how to fight him. And I probably won't get to that until after I'm done with these Necropolis runs. B, are you pretty familiar with his kit, Arcade's kit?
Yes, so Arcade becomes better defensively with the Awakened ability because before he would auto block an attack, he will gain a non-stacking steadfast buff. So Hulkling wouldn't be able to use the unblockable special too, because then he would be able to block the unblockable attacks. The only way you can get around that is with Undermine or heavy attacks. And then the Torment is nice for offense. It makes the debuffs last longer, and it honestly helps bump up his damage per second.
Yeah, this feels like actually a pretty important Awakened ability.
Yeah, it's a very good Awakened ability in my opinion.
I think I've watched multiple Arcade buff videos. I know Grass did one. I know Nagase did one. B, did you do one?
I did not do one on Arcade.
Yeah. I knew there was multiple creators who I enjoy watching, who I think really are looking to be helpful. And they seem to like it. MSD and Allison, I think, did videos before he was even buffed, if I recall correctly. Those were really good too.
Yeah, and he's only gotten better, which is the crazy thing.
Yeah. Adamantium, really smart player too. Pablo's really smart. They're answering the question in the chat as well. Coda, I could take no credit for the artwork. Thank you, though. That's literally all Kat. I worked with her, kind of gave her the general concept of what I was hoping for. We're talking about the t-shirts there, I believe. And I asked Kat if she would participate. Of course, I'd be honored for her to do that, create original artwork for the shirts. And we all have things we like. I love t-shirts. I still wear t-shirts. I wear them around town. I wear the shirts I've sold, and I will be wearing those around town too, because I think they're really cool and I love them. Is Prowler worth the R3 unduped? I think so. Matt, earlier I was saying that for me, Prowler has tremendous flow. You've heard me talk about that a lot. But I think Prowler is also hard to play. It's not attention in his kit, I would say. Maybe that's not the right word. But if you can play him well, he just works, and you're just destroying stuff. I'm really happy I've put in 186 stones. I am nowhere near reaching his ceiling as fights become more complex, but that's a player problem. That's a user error. That's not a Prowler error. And one of the things I've heard a lot of really smart players say about Prowler, again, this is sort of stuff that comes up in Illuminati chat, is if he's unawakened, yes, his damage goes down quite a bit, but his loop's not that bad, and then you just do his loop again, and it's pretty quick. B, do you have experience with Prowler?
Minimal experience, but I echo everything you're saying. The SIG isn't really that. I mean, it's a very great SIG ability, and it scales nicely, but most of the time, 7-star rank 3 with the crit stat focus is going to be perfectly fine. Yeah,
and you can see, again, really, just a lot of smart players in this chat. So you can see their thoughts on Prowler. And then this is the last question, guys. And then I think Matt has a question. 2 questions, then we're out. Rocky, who has Undermine? The one I love is Vox. I'm aware Scream has it as well. I do not currently have a Scream. I saw the power of Scream when I tested her as a new champion. There's only so much you can test. And my concern on Scream is that her highs are going to, because of the way YouTube works, her highs may lead to an overinflated sense of how good she is in general. She's great, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Fox's Undermine, as of right now, I would much rather have. Okay.
Gore also has it, and so does Super Scroll.
Does you know what? Does I can't think of his name. I can't believe it. Null. Does
Null does not.
But his mediums.
Arcade has the penny ability where he turns off true effects.
And his mediums have a true effect. It's not that his mediums can't be auto blocked. It's the wording, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he has true accuracy on medium, heavy, special ones.
Yeah.
On paper, Gore is like the top counter to Arcade.
I just can't stand playing Gore. But I'm glad
I agree with you. Yeah.
But I'm glad you're calling it out. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd rather use Vox. Vox is just the better champion, in my opinion.
Last one, and then we gotta go. I appreciate everyone hanging out. Matt, I have a R3 Guardian, R3 Shocker, R3 Red Skull, and R3 Iron Man Infinity War, all duped, and at least Sig 100. Wow. If I get Prowler to R3 and a Tech 3-4 gem, I think I'd choose Prowler to take it to her. Oh, I thought there was gonna be a question. Yeah, I mean that makes a. See that's what's. I'm gonna be in almost the exact same boat as you, Matt. If I get Tech. And we'll likely choose between Red Skull and Prowler. I think Prowler is an overall slightly better champion. It's slight. But I'm much better at playing Red Skull. And he's a much more simple champion to use. That's my thoughts.
Yeah.
And Justin's like always in chats and supporting everything. Does Box need the Wiccan? I don't think so, no. That's basically what everyone's saying. It is nice to have, but no. All right. Massive thank you to everyone for coming in, supporting all your knowledge shares in chat on a variety of things, to me on these fights. Massive thank you to John, Jay Fizzle, Coda for the incredibly generous donations. Thank you to all the moderators in the chat, answering questions, helping everyone out with game knowledge. And then a huge thank you to, of course, MSD, who was here for quite a while. And then B McG. Make sure you go subscribe to both their channels. I'm sure you already are, but in case you're not, go do it. B, do you mind taking us out on this Sunday?
Yeah, if you guys haven't hit like on the stream, you guys should do that on your way out. Helps Vega with the algorithm. And yeah, there's only the Pro Bowl going on, right, for football. So I wouldn't recommend watching that because it's just flag football. So enjoy your Sunday with your families. Thanks for hanging out with us all. And catch you next time.
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.